Oh, you can't hear me. That's better, isn't it? Sorry. Hi, how are you? Some say I'm better on mute. So anyway, um, let me just say, I just want you to know that I have put my legal dinner in the slow cooker. So hopefully uh, the children will be satisfied with their legal meal. Because, apparently the new look, it's not. I think you're wrong if you think it's the same as before, just with a different word. Why would it be the same as before? Um, Legal women are women. It's not remotely the same as trans women are women. It won't cause the same confusion. The clear distinction between biological and legal woman won't mean at all that the swimming pool will continue to let blokes in the legal women, sorry, in the changing room. It won't mean that legal women will be prevented from going away with the girl guides and your daughter because they're legal women. They're not trans women. They're legal. It's the same as trans women, but they're called legal women, so it's totally different. Isn't it nice? You silly, silly fools. Make way for the new intelligent. Make way for these new different Jared. They're not like they're not like Stonewall. They're not Stonewall light. That's unfair. That's unfair. They're not promoting, like nobody is promoting AGPs. Legal women are women. It's exactly the same. Sorry, it's totally different to trans women are women. It will not open many avenue of legal loophole. A legal loophole is a loophole. God, you're so bigoted, all of you. So you have biological vaginaed women, XX chromosomed women, and then you have legal women, which are allowed in all the spaces of biological women, except where biological women take precedence unless you're a legal woman, which is fine, and those legal women deserve, they are worthy of respect in a democratic society. So those legal women, nothing like trans women. It's not. Why would you get the two confused? What the hell's wrong with you? So legal women are people with legal certificates and identification that make them women. You and I might call them Dave, Debbie. We might call them Dave, blokes, men, penis havers, testicle holders, or maybe even testicle get rid of us. We might call them those things, but they are legal women. Now, imagine this. WI. So the WI. Women's Institute, WI, right? The WI has a woman-only membership. No women are naked at the WI, as far as I'm aware, except behind two maybe very large Victoria sponges. But no women are naked at the Victoria Eye, at the Women's Institute. No one's naked. They're probably not really talking about periods anymore, or maybe they're even bored of menopause. But it is a women's only group. Does it have legitimate aims enough to keep out legal women? Probably not. I mean, it's let men in anyway, calling themselves trans women. But would it fit the criteria according to that wonderful Equality Act? Oh my God, let's just make the Equality Act clearer that it really fucks over women. Let's just make that clearer. And then we're all right. Just make it clearer. We want to make it clear. Sign a petition. Make it clear. See, this is what happens, ladies and gentlemen, when you go and you try and court the favour of the gutless people in power and important people who sit round nice tables. When you do that, it's much, much easier to stick to your convictions. So, again, thank you for keeping me out of all the WhatsApp groups, which, let me just say, everybody's been in, except me. Even people that say that they've been kicked out and they're on the outside, all of them used to meet, all of the women's groups used to meet in a little monthly chat that I wasn't allowed in, and oh my God, thank you. Because I owe not one of you anything, which means I've got convictions. I'm not talking about legal women. I'm not trying to appease everyone. I'm not using people's pronouns. I'm not calling a man she on the radio. I mean, I'm not allowed on the sort of radio station that I should be on. It won't have me on, but it will have people that are willing to compromise on, won't it? That's how it works, isn't it? It's just how it works. If right now you're on the BBC, it means that you have proverbially a knee at some point to the cult. So I don't like singing my own praises. I'd like other people to do it. But someone's got to. I've got to keep telling everyone what my place is in history because everyone's damn sort of on this path of pretending that everything I do is superfluous. That the things that I've done are kind of, they don't mean anything. They don't mean anything. Well, they don't if you compromise. I guess my sort of sticking to my mission is it doesn't mean anything if you think that you can compromise. But this is what happens. If you get to a certain point, a certain status where actually you are satisfied by taking the minutes at the important meetings, right? If that's your goal, that you just want to be included, even if in those important meetings where you're all self-congratulatory and it's all like, well, we're going to do what we're going to do. Oh my God, it's so brave. We're going to do the biological sex and legal sex, and then maybe the paralegal sex, and maybe the clerical sex. And for some points, maybe just the pro forma sex. So we're going to do that, and we're so happy. Oh my God, that's so great. Yeah, we advise that. Like we've been saying that. Yeah. Oh my God, we're all so brilliant. So what does that actually mean? Well, it means fuck all. Oh, amazing. So nothing changes. No, nothing changes. Nothing changes at all. Oh, except so and if you want to be protected by the Equality Act, what do you need? Oh, you need to have been really raped. Okay. Or really cervical smeared, is that right? Okay, so you practically have to be naked and assaulted or just naked? What about half naked and partially assaulted? Does the Equality Act step in then? And when it's about discrimination, what do we mean? Like, when can we discriminate against these men? Because right now I don't really get it. What about if you're in prison? Can you discriminate against a legal woman when he's raped someone? What if he hasn't raped someone? What if he's just not very nice and he's broken some laws and he's in prison? Can we still keep him out, or does he have to have raped someone before he's kept out of a female prison? And if you're a non-naked women's group, do you have any legitimate aims that would keep a legal woman out with his erection while you're crocheting? I think not. So this is where we are, right? This is where we are. We're at a point where people who claim to speak for you, and there are many groups doing it. I mean, we could single out two really bad examples, but this is what's happened. There's a number of groups that have all got together, like a hydra of compromise, and some key sort of, I would call them key figures, but they're not. They're just loud. So there's a hydra of compromise where they've all agreed we don't want to be mean to who exactly? Well, to legal women. We don't want to be mean to legal women. Who are these legal women? Oh, they're men, are they? They're men. Do you mean men? You mean men in women's spaces? Do you mean the whole reason for everything that we've done? Do you mean the whole reason that anybody's called a TERF? Do you mean the whole reason that my family gets targeted? Do you mean the whole reason for any of us to even talk to each other? Is that what you mean? That whole reason. You don't want to be mean to those men. The legal women. You don't want to be Legal sex matters, people. Legal sex matters in law and in life. So this is what we're talking about. We are talking about this new thing. It's the same as the old thing, just with slightly different words. So, when can you keep a legal woman out of a woman's space without it being seen as discriminatory? Because there's a stupid thing in the Equality Act which deserves to be scrapped. There's this thing in the Equality Act which is like proportionate aims or legitimate aims of the group. And actually being female only isn't a legitimate aim. Being female only and talking about menopause is not a legitimate aim. Being female only and talking about periods is not a legitimate aim. Being female only and not talking about the dead delivery of your baby is not a legitimate aim. To keep legal women out, it's not. It's not. Legal equals trans. It does. And until we get rid of the freaking GRA and the protected characteristic of gender reassignment, if not the whole Equality Act, then that's it. We are right back where we were before it got really bad. We're back to sort of 2016, 2017, maybe even 2018. We are not back to 2003 when there was no such thing as a legal woman, which is a bloke. So, some of you may be really happy that you donated tens of thousands of hundreds of thousands of pounds to now be told trans women are legal women. Legal women are women. Women are women. Cis women aren't legal women. Cis women aren't women. It's where we were. It's right where we were. I don't need to be accepted. I don't need to be anything. I just want to tell the truth. I just want a mechanism to disrupt, to force cowardly people to tell the truth. That's all. If you're talking about legal, oh, we found a great solution. You're just not clever enough to understand it. But we found this great solution. We will wait for it. We'll swap the word trans for legal. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go. So those AGPs can still work in schools and with Girl Guides and in girls' sports and everywhere else. Those men can still be coaches of an all-woman team and call themselves legally women. And we can still stop them being discriminated against, because why is it that just because a role is for a female and we would prefer a female candidate in a women-only sports team, why can't it be a legal woman? One of the very dull women recently said that it's going to take a lot of legal cases. Yeah, it fucking is, because all you lot are banking on it. That's what you all want. You don't want fast solutions. Nobody wants fast. Oh, it's ever so complicated. Well, what we're gonna do, we're gonna make it murky and completely opaque. So, and this happens to everyone, let me tell you. Everyone who manages to rub shoulders with other polite people or people in power, even the most mousy kind of supposed activist, once you give that person a little bit of something where they are required to compromise, oh my God, they do it quickly. Which is why I won't. And maybe sometimes I say something that makes you wince. Maybe sometimes you think I'm mean. Maybe sometimes you think I'm a little bit on the, oh, too much for me side. But by God, isn't that more refreshing than somebody who just pulls their punches all the time so that they can stay in the polite lunches and the sourdough WhatsApps, the managerial class, and not even managerial, more like middle management, middle managerial mediocre. because that's what you're getting fed now. And who are these people? They're the ones speaking for you. They're the ones who've set themselves up as the arbiters of bridging that gap between you terrible extremist ultras and the polite, very nice media people who they are now having access to. So, would you rather wince or would you rather lose? Because I know what I would rather do. And there is no courage in compromise. And I'm sorry, but it's just, for me, it's just not good enough. The most you'll ever get is what you will ask for. And these people have forgotten to ask for all the things that they promised that they would be asking for. They have totally compromised. It's an absolute shame. Ali Snyder, I will see you in about 3 minutes. To the rest of you, look, for God's sake, dare to be honest. It feels really good. And look, sometimes I know that people don't like it. I know that people don't like me very much. I know that I'm supposed to be all these terrible, terrible things. But it's uncomfortable because I genuinely don't give a shit what anybody thinks. The only person I have to live with really is myself, and I have a duty to my husband and my children. But I don't owe anyone anything. I just need to speak the truth because otherwise I can't say it. I just can't say it. I can't say she for a man. I can't do it. I can't pretend that it's all right that we have legal instead of trans women. I'm not doing it. I've been on programs where just before I've gone on, they've said, "Oh, FYI, you won't be able to say this, and we're with Ofcom, so you can't say that." And I say, "Okay, I won't come on." This happened to me on many occasions. If you have to misquote me and you have to put she for that man, I'd rather you didn't quote me. So I've been left out of articles. Because what's the point? What's the point of doing this? And then taking a bow and getting your head sliced off with bullshit. Anyway. Okay. Dare to be honest. It's the only way to be free.